So many of you might be wondering, why is she saying this now? Hi, Mona. How are you? So this is an important advice and information that you live in Nigeria and so many people live abroad does not mean that the people who live abroad are more intelligent than you or they know better than you do. I want you to know that so many of our people who lives here, they don't have sense. So many of our people who lives abroad, they don't know anything. Hmm? So that is why you notice that you have an uncle who has lived abroad for many years and don't come to Nigeria. You notice that you have, oh, sorry, I have to listen to this. All right, sorry about that. I was actually in the middle of that video and a call came in from important office. Right. So what I was trying to advise people, especially people who lives back home, Nigeria or Africa, is that you have a lot of uncles, aunties who has been abroad 10, 15, 20 years. They don't come home because they don't have any means of coming home. They don't have their documentations here to come back if they come home. And you have some who finally started coming home and want to sit you and advise you. You are free to listen to the advices and everything, but you must not take it and you must not throw it away. You must use your senses because many of them you see living here, yeah, all they want to use to intimidate is I live abroad, you live back home, but they don't know anything. If you ask them about what happens in the system where they live, they don't know much. They are just here looking for chances and any opportunity to survive. They can't even dig into the system or dig deep into the system to say, let me fight for myself to get what I want. So many of them do not know anything. They came here and they got stuck. I mean, they got stuck on their Nigerian mentality and basically cannot be able to access the system or to know their left to their right. So do not actually try to allow them to enslave you because you think they come from abroad and they are everything. You need to use your eyes and know somebody who goes abroad and really knows what he or she is doing abroad, because not all of them that came here to the Western world are really into the Western world. Some of them are here and useless. Okay, some of them are here and useless. So as a young girl right now, you live in Nigeria. You are from 20 years, 22 to 25. All of a sudden, one man like of age, let's say this man is about 48 to 50 years old, or even 52, is coming back home to come and marry you just because he lives abroad. That's why you're jumping on the marriage just to come abroad. And you did not ask yourself questions. Then you come abroad. In the end, you now find out that it's not really what you think or what you thought it was. Because then when he was coming, he was doing overtime job to, provide you everything you need. But you didn't know that. This was a lost uncle who suddenly managed to grab opportunity. He didn't ask, well, how come he was never married? What happened? Some of them got married to Oyibo to get paper because they believe that is the way, the only way they can achieve anything abroad. And they got on that marriage and now you become something else. You need to really ask yourself a question. Does this really worth it? Some of you live back home. Once you hear somebody is from abroad, you are rushing to go and listen to advice. And when you get there is nothing for you than to sit you down and start talking, wasting your time talking you because they have nothing they brought home to give to their people. You talk of you. And just because of he came from abroad, you want to listen to every stories he was going to tell. But you cannot even grasp anything that would help you to get there. It's not what you need. Be careful of people coming from abroad. Not all of them that came here and became miserable. No, not all of them. But be careful of the miserable. The miserable ones are worse than the Nigerian Aboros. Those Aboros you see at Oshodi and everything, they're wiser than them. You understand what I mean? Mm. The miserable ones are worst. And that is why you see Igbos abroad, Biafrans abroad, living abroad and fighting for position. That's why you see a lot of Biafrans right now here fighting themselves. And you're not even wondering, why are they calling me? I want you to work in my team. I want you to work in my security team. And you are listening to them. You don't want to throw them away. It's because they're miserable. They now found Biafran agitation as opportunity to, to show that they live abroad and they know better. So be careful, because most of them, you see, they don't have any knowledge of, if you ask them the history of Biafrans, they don't even know it. They are just a West here. Okay? They are a very big West. When you see that they cannot support one person, everybody wants to be a leader. That is what our people do. They don't want to stay under anyone. They want to be a leader of a movement they do not even understand. They don't have knowledge of how it works. So that is for me to illustrate my point. Many of them are miserable in this abroad. Don't suddenly see them arrive home and think they are the best point to grab any advice. It's not worth it. So be careful. You just heard from me, Agwanyoma, and I'll always tell you the truth. You know that. In that regards, share this video because it might be educating someone else who don't know that such things exist. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to our page for more. All right? See you again soon. Bye.